Who's this you brought with you? Come now, Alistair. She's much too young for you. Oh, I'm just kidding. I know you're an ace in the hole.
A what now?
Look, I have to get some ace representation from somewhere. Season OK Anime Spotlight of Spring 2024, so let's get it started with the new Yuri anime, Whispering You a Love Song. Between this anime, Cherry Magic last season, and Twilight Out of Focus next season, we are swimming in some good queer shit this year. Himari is a new first year in high school as her childhood friend invites her to see her older sister's band perform at the entrance ceremony. It is there that Himari becomes completely enamored by the vocalist and guitarist Yuri, gushing about her to Miki throughout the rest of the day, even saying that she loves her. As fate would have it, Himari ends up interacting with Yuri pretty quickly, telling her that she fell in love at first sight. This causes Yuri herself to develop a crush on Himari, her bandmates teasing her about this, even saying that Yuri should write a love song for the band. The two meet on the rooftop again as Himari confesses that she wants to hear Yuri sing more, even if she was just subbing in the band to help out her friend Aki, Miki's older sister. But Yuri gains the courage to tell Himari that she also fell for her at first sight. And here's where the other shoe drops. It turns out that Himari's confession was misunderstood by Yuri and Himari fell for her singing. Yuri brushes this off and promises to sing for Himari more. She states that she'll use it to get Himari to fall deeper in love with her. Though it's clear that Himari still doesn't quite understand Yuri's feelings. The two continue to see each other with Yuri trying to act like the cool upperclassman in order to have Himari fall for her more. With Aki's help, Himari and Yuri exchange contact information, bond over their love for cats, and agree to hang out outside of school on a weekend. Yuri understanding and blushing over the idea of a date more than Himari. Both have a great time hanging out together, but Yuri is unable to contain herself and confesses her true feelings to Himari, saying that she wants to go out with her as more than friends. This finally clicking with Himari, who now understands what Yuri's meant this whole time. But Himari is conflicted on how to reply, since she's never understood the idea of being in love, and her feelings for Yuri might be different from Yuri's feelings for her. Through flashback, we see that Himari has had a hard time interacting with others due to her viewing love differently. She's never fallen in love with someone romantically and tries to love everyone around her, so she doesn't know how to respond to Yuri's feelings. So after some great talks with her mother and Miki, Himari is able to respond to Yuri's feelings, saying that while her love is different from Yuri's love and she doesn't understand romantic love yet, she still wants to be with Yuri, saying that by maybe spending more time together, she can discover if her feelings are the same. Yuri delighted at being given a chance, saying again that she'll make Himari fall even deeper for her. And at the end of the episode, it seems that she'll try and do this by officially joining her friends in the band and writing the love song that they suggested she write. It's unknown at this point if Himari is asexual or demisexual, as she doesn't quite understand the idea of romantic love, so we'll have to see how far the anime goes with this for her character or not. But the two of them are cute together, Himari as the adorable underclassman and Yuri as the cool upperclassman. I can really grow to love this dynamic as the two of them grow closer and figure out how their relationship will evolve or not in the future. On to the side characters. It's hinted that Aki has feelings for Yuri that no one knows about, having fallen in love with her at first sight years ago, wanting to instead help Yuri get together with Himari, so that might give us some good drama in the near future. It also seems that Aki and Yuri's bandmates, Mari and Kari, seem to have something going on, with Kari always being affectionate towards Mari. Though whether that's just because of close friendship or something more will have to be seen. In the end, Whispering You a Love Song seems like a cute and simple Yuri anime. Everything is healthy and consensual as the characters learn to communicate with each other. And while I'm sure drama will come in to give the characters conflict, I'm ready to just sit back and watch this heartwarming love story develop. Very quickly to mention, there's also a BL Omegaverse anime called Tadaima Okari, which is about a stay-at-home husband and an elite salaryman taking care of their 2-year-old son. While I heard that most of the Omegaverse stuff that the story deals with is much more subtle than explicit, all I can think of when I see anything Omegaverse related is,
I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole.
Now it's time to talk about the queer characters of the previous winter season. There's only one anime to talk about, and that's Kurosawa, Adachi, Suge, and Minato from Cherry Magic, 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard. We'll start by talking about the main couple of Kurosawa and Adachi, and then the side characters of Suge and Minamoto. Starting where we left off in episode 4, Adachi sees Kurosawa with a woman, believing her to be an ex-girlfriend. This makes him self-conscious about himself, since he's always struggled with social interactions, especially when trying to enter relationships. Thankfully, it's soon revealed that the woman who was with Kurosawa was his older sister, and seeing the writing on the wall with her younger brother suggests that the two of them spend the night together. After some shenanigans, the two men end up in an awkward position, and here we see the two sides of Kurosawa battling in his mind. One side is of desire that wants to have his way with Adachi, and the other side is of reasoning that understands that that would be a horrible thing to do to Adachi since they aren't dating. almost like a battle between fans of unconsensual yaoi anime and fans of consensual yaoi anime, but you didn't hear that from me. Later on, Adachi accidentally touches his co-worker Fujisaki. He believes that she might be in love with him, thinking that his days of virginity and loneliness might be over. But unbeknownst to him, in a hilarious twist, Fujisaki was actually fantasizing about Kurosawa and Adachi being together, her being a Fujoshi. Hey, Fujoshi women, I understand shipping fictional male characters together, but do you all do the same with men that you encounter in your regular real life? Adachi doesn't have much time to think about Fujisaki, as Kurosawa confesses his love for him. While the two struggle with this confession, Kurosawa himself thinking that he pushed their friendship too far, Adachi eventually tells him that he's in love with him too. The two soon go on a date, but Kurosawa goes a little bit overboard and Adachi begins to think that he might not be good enough for Kurosawa. And while the two of them are able to talk this out, Adachi realizes that he's not being the fair one in the relationship. Adachi can read Kurosawa's mind whenever they touch, which is something that Kurosawa is unaware of. Adachi gains the courage to tell Kurosawa about his powers, who accepts him either way. The two of them are able to live with Adachi's power and still be in love, even kissing each other on the lips. I squeed when that happened, let me tell you. Everything seems right with the world, and nothing can cause any more drama for Adachi and Kurosawa's relationship. Oh shit, wait, there's still like 4 episodes left. So Adachi gets an offer at his job to open up a new branch in Nagasaki. While this is an opportunity that Adachi wants to take, he decides to decline it since he wouldn't want to be away from Kurosawa now that they started dating. Kurosawa himself, however, is upset that he didn't discuss this with him first, never knowing what Adachi is thinking since he has a hard time communicating with him. While deciding to begin his work trip to Nagasaki, he sends a letter to Kurosawa, expressing all of his feelings that he is unable to say out loud. Kurosawa unexpectedly shows up to Nagasaki, and the two are able to talk about their feelings for one another, them both deciding that though Adachi will do the work transfer that will take him away for a year, the two are still determined to stay together. Kissing again and having sex, another squee from me. The next morning, realizing that he is no longer a virgin, Adachi has lost his power of reading people's thoughts, though knowing now that he doesn't need them to be together with Kurosawa anymore. Their time apart is hard for the both of them, but they were able to go through it as Adachi completes his work transfer. The two men decide to live together in a new place, and Kurosawa even gives both of them engagement rings, Adachi lovingly accepting them. The anime flashing forward to Adachi and Kurosawa getting married, surrounded by their family and friends. Now let's move on to the side couple of Suge and Minato. Turns out that Adachi isn't the only one to get mind-reading powers being a virgin at 30, which makes me really want to know the lore of this world, because his friend Suge has developed powers too after turning 30. He becomes attracted to a young man named Minato who delivers packages to him. Minato coming over continually deliver packages because he likes Suge's cat. As Suge and Minato get to know each other better, Suge learns that Minato wants to be a dancer, even going to see him dance at a club, even if he feels out of place in this kind of setting. Suge continues to support Minato as he tries to audition to become a more established professional dancer, especially as Minato becomes discouraged, failing audition after audition. In a vulnerable moment between the two, Minato asks Suge why he's always ready to support him no matter what. Suge admitting that he has an alternative motive to this. The two are interrupted before anything else can come of this, and they aren't able to communicate with each other. Not speaking for a while, Suge worries that he might have scared Minato given their age difference, but soon learns that Minato was able to join a dance group, happy for him in the end. Attending one of his shows, Suge leaves a gift for Minato, who is able to track him down outside the concert hall before he leaves. Minato saying that he is unsure of how to respond to Suge's statement before. Suge fully confesses his love for Minato, and Minato recuperates those feelings. The two deciding to go out, which is about how far we get for the two in terms of relationship status, but to be fair, they are the side couple, so this is enough, I suppose. In the end, Cherry Magic was a light yaoi anime that showed adult gay men entering healthy relationships with each other after learning how to communicate with each other and not let their insecurities get the better of them. While the art and animation didn't do much for me personally, I can't help but love a yaoi anime where everything is consensual and nothing is toxic or predatory. I guess the battle ended with reasoning triumphing over desire. So, what did we learn from today's episode? We learned that all you need is a guitar to impress the ladies, even if it comes with a case of misunderstanding at first. You don't need to be a mind reader to get the man of your dreams, and that you shouldn't research the Omegaverse in preparation for a video. I don't care how wholesome the anime seems, I really don't plan on watching it.